Hi there, my name's Corey and welcome to Just Empty Every Pocket. Today we're going to talk about steering stabilizers.
I've ended up on some pretty cool trails over the years, many of which really tested the flex of my suspension. I also learned a thing or two about steering stabilizers, and I want to take this opportunity to clear up some misconceptions. Rule number 1, stabilizers do not fix death wobble. Rule number 2, there is absolutely no need for a dual stabilizer setup on a Wrangler. The other piece of advice I can offer is wherever you mount your stabilizer, mount it as high as possible so it doesn't dig into the dirt like this one did. Last year I installed a set of Dynatrac ProRock Axles. I paired them up with high steer knuckles from TerraFlex. But I forgot to let Dynatrac know, and they sent me axles with an incompatible stabilizer mount. Nothing I couldn't fix though. To maintain perfect geometry, I used an upper mount for my Trackbar, which left a lower mount available for my stabilizer. This wasn't the best spot for it, but I was heading to Moab a short time later, and I just didn't have time to address this issue. Until now. Synergy Manufacturing hooked me up with a solution to my problem. The install is quick and easy, requiring only a few tools. As you can see, the Synergy Trackbar stud has a nice spot for mounting up the steering stabilizer shock.
In addition to not needing a whole bunch of tools for this install, you also don't need a lot of time. So, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Because the supplied bolt is a socket head cap screw, I opted for blue instead of red Threadlock. It makes removing the bolt a bit easier with less chance of stripping it out. I made sure there were no clearance issues. There were none, so it looked like I had solved my stabilizer location issue. I was a bit concerned about the included hardware. That bolt seemed a bit on the short side. Regardless, I was off to Moab for a week-long wheeling adventure. Looking back, and even with the minor mechanical issues, this was a very rewarding trip. 5 trails in 5 days, including Hell's Gate and the infamous trifecta. On my second to last day on the Top of the World trail, I noticed this. Clearly the blue Threadlock wasn't enough. Because I do have a big bore steering box, I just removed the stabilizer for the rest of the trip. And to be honest, I didn't even notice it wasn't there.
Alright, so you saw the install, you saw the issues I had. I just have a couple talking points about the Synergy Trackbar stud. So first of all, if you do have a big bore steering box, like the PSC XD2, with their pump, you really don't need a steering stabilizer. Because I drove over 2,000 kilometers back from Moab, didn't even notice that it wasn't there. You know, on the trails, again, same thing, did not notice it wasn't there. And I really want to make this perfectly clear. Steering stabilizers do not fix death wobble. All they do is mask the problem. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because they are wrong. So I mentioned that the proprietary bolt was a little bit on the short side. So what I did, I went down to the hardware store, and the size will be in the description, so check it out. I just went to the hardware store and got some hex head instead of what is this, a cap head socket Allen key crappy thing that strips out. I got a hex head, and about a ½ inch longer, because the one I came with was basically only a ½ inch long, or like 1 centimeter and change. This one is a full inch, and I just came back from an extended trip to British Columbia. My stabilizer still's there, so longer screw for the win.
That's what she said.
Well, this screw probably is going to fix the problem. You know, I want to keep things as simple as possible. And because I do have access to a welder, a good friend of mine, Ty Tessman, I had him build me a custom piece that basically will just bolt onto my Dynatrac axle. This top bolt is where my existing track bar is, so I just put a normal M14 through there, mount it up, torque it down to the 140 foot-pounds, put in a shorter M14 down here. That's my lower, my optional, my empty track bar bolt. I would just put a shorter M14 through here, capture it with washers and a lock nut, call it a day. So as I mentioned, install time super quick. I believe start to finish was 30 minutes for me. Now, as far as price point goes, it's a really good price point. Most four-wheel drive shops will sell these in the 35 to 40 US dollar range, so about 50 bucks Canadian. Ultimately, I am pretty happy with the Synergy track bar stud. And if you are looking for a better mounting location for your stabilizer shock, definitely take a look at the Synergy track bar stud. TerraFlex also makes one. I think TMR also makes one. They definitely work. If you are going to go with the Synergy, just make sure to get slightly longer hardware.
So I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash the like button, click the like button, just do something with the like button, would you? And don't forget to subscribe. In the meantime, we got a whole lot of Poison Spider ahead of us. I'm out of here.